Lottie, and if you didn't know, Steam is currently having an autumn sale. In this video, I wanted to go over 15 games that I think are worth picking up. The main focus of the video will be cozy and wholesome games. However, I love horror as well, so I've included 5 that I still think are totally worth it, especially if cozy isn't necessarily your thing. So if you're a casual gamer, or maybe even a streamer like me, here are some games that I really recommend getting. Let's start with the first category of games, ones that I've played on stream and have absolutely loved and adored. Bilkins Folly is a game that just released last month, and one that I've been working through on stream. I'd been excited about the release of the game for a while, and I was not disappointed when the game dropped. It has a delightful pixel art style with goofy and silly animations, as you play as Percy, who has embarked on his quest to find his missing relatives. You'll be solving puzzles like a true pirate, all the while looking for different treasures. You won't be on this quest alone though, as you will be joined by your beloved dog Drayton to keep you company. If all that doesn't sway you on this game, then it is important to note that yes, you can pet Drayton, as well as any crabs you see on the beach. How cute is that? It's so silly. Next up is a slightly older game, Night in the Woods. You'll be playing as May as you navigate coming back to your hometown after dropping out of college. You'll take time reconnecting with old friends that you left behind in Possum Springs, but it isn't always as easy as it seems to just pick things up again. This game does not shy away from how hard it can be. In the time you are gone, things have changed, and so have the people. This is a great game to play in the autumn season as you watch the leaves change colour and start to fall with each new passing day. As you reconnect with those you left behind, you'll slowly uncover secrets within the town. The woods aren't as safe as they seem. Life goes on even after strange occurrences. Leaving things behind will hit you harder than you believe they will. Night in the Woods left me crying at the end. Lil Gator Game is all about play. In this open world adventure game chock full of childhood whimsy, you go through an island filled with all your friends and new friends to make. All you really want is for your older sister to stop her homework and play with you like she did back when you were kids. But she's too busy now. You'll meet a never-ending cast of other animals, all with unique personality, and all needing a little help with something before they can join your island-wide game of fun. Not all of them quite understand what the games may be about, but that doesn't stop them once they are ready. With the more destruction you cause on the island, you will collect more crafting materials to create fun dress-up costumes, like princess hats and such, and even weapons like a sword. With the focus on play, there is no need to worry about health or XP in this game. Just be a silly gator and have fun! A classic amongst the cozy gaming community is Unpacking. If this is a game that you are yet to play, now is the time to pick it up. Go through the many different stages of life and learn things about yourself through unpacking and arranging your belongings, starting from your childhood bedroom all the way to your forever home. You'll discover interests and hobbies, go through large life achievements and heartbreak. Despite never being told the entire story, you'll be piecing together the life of a character you'll never ever meet through their possessions and home. This game can be completed in any length of time, so sit back with a cup of tea as you ignore the rest of the world and unpack. Bed and Breakfast is one of my absolute favourite games that I've had the chance to play this year, and quite possibly in my whole entire life. I was able to start my streaming with this game, and so it holds a very dear spot in my heart. You'll be playing as Hank, a lovable bear living in the forest with his mother and 2 of your friends. As you travel around the forest, you'll meet a shark that will somehow lead you to being a business owner running B&Bs. Then you'll have another, and then another. By the end of the game, you're running 4 B&Bs. That's too many B&Bs. You'll have your work cut out for you in the game. Meet up with the most delightful array of characters like Julia the goat. She has my heart. Who will help you on your journey of owning these bed and breakfasts as you help them on their own journeys too. The more you explore the forest, the more secrets you'll find. The history may hit a little closer to home than you may think. The next section of the video are all games that I have not played yet. These are games that I am heavily considering putting into my own basket to buy this week. As a big fan of Slime Rancher, I was over the moon to see the announcement of the second game. The devs have come a long way since the first game, and I still cannot get over how pretty this new world looks. Rejoin Beatrix again as you sail out to Rainbow Island. where you'll restart your life as a rancher. Take everything you've learned and explore this wonderful and brightly coloured new island filled with new and silly little slimes. There is so much more to see than there was back on the far, far range, and it can't all be discovered in a day. There is no pressure on you for the route of life you will take here. You can take it slow, seeing the island and discovering all the secrets it has to offer, or you can journey around finding all the slimes that may live here. The island is full of wonderful and ancient technology you'll be able to use to upgrade your backpack. This game is still in early access though, so keep that in mind when buying. Not everything is quite done yet. KarmaZoo is another game that has just recently released. I have been excited for the release of this game since I found out about it in June. The game is all about helping others. You cannot move forward without your teammates, and it is important that you learn to make sacrifices for the greater needs of your team. This is another game with a lovely pixel art style and a unique colour palette. You'll be in a team of 10 global players as you go through new and ever-changing loops, increasing in difficulty where there is no winning without the other members of your team. Don't worry too hard about the sacrifices you make, as all good deeds will come with a reward, karma. With karma, you'll be able to unlock up to 50 characters with new abilities, ensuring that each run will never be quite the same. I am so excited to see all those characters myself, and I really hope there's a bear. I love bears. If perhaps you have already played Unpacking, or the stress of too many boxes is just too much for you, then I think A Little to the Left might be right up your alley. It's a game I've been meaning and wanting to play for a while now. Instead of unpacking household objects, you'll spend your time sorting, stacking, and organizing them in various different ways. However, it isn't as always or just as simple as just stacking those objects. There can be multiple solutions to puzzles based off the different objects and the patterns they have. This is a perfect game for a casual gamer, as there are no time restraints, letting you sit back and relax, occasionally being greeted by a mischievous little cat. With the recent addition of DLC, you'll have even more to do. FrogSong is an action-based RPG about a small frog, Quarry, who has embarked on a journey to join the Defense Guild. He has big dreams of protecting the world, even if the world does not dream of this little tree frog protecting them. Moving to Bramble to begin those dreams does not go as he may have expected, and things aren't going to be as easy as he'd hoped. With a mysterious rumor going around, he needs to learn fast how to protect those that he loves. You'll fight different insects and bugs, all while making new friends in this new and colourful world as you try and do your best to make things better, even if it is only one small change at a time. Live your cottagecore life to the fullest in Mail Time, a game all about cozy and wholesome vibes as you take on life as a male scout in a large and wonderfully colourful forest. The art style of this game is absolutely to die for, and I want nothing more than to get lost in these woods. As you embark on your first day on the job, the surrounding critters inhabiting Grumblewood Grove know to look out for your mushroom hat for their mail, so don't be late. With never-ending customization options, there is no doubt you're going to be the cutest male scout of the woods. In this game, you'll make friends with up to 15 different critters and help them with different tasks, even if they don't want your help at first. Earn Male Scout badges that will help improve your glider and reach higher parts of the grove. This game will no doubt lead you to having a cozy time with no time limits or pressure, and if you fall, it'll be okay. Simply pick yourself up and dust yourself off. You'll be able to sit back with a warm drink as you deliver the mail. It's only your first day, so no one expects you to be perfect. Into the final section of this video, we'll be covering some more spookier titles for any of you who may be into horror. The Zero Escape trilogy is one I hold a lot of love for, and it was my first visual novel game. In the first game, you'll play as Junpei as you solve puzzles and riddles after being kidnapped and taken to an unfamiliar location. Choices you make will matter in these 3 games, as it will keep you, others, or everyone alive. Not everything will make sense, and not everyone can be trusted. In the first 2 games, you will find yourself in a new location with different people, but the game never changes. 9 people, 9 hours, 9 doors, escape. The games that have been updated with voice acting and improved visuals since their initial release. The last game in the trilogy continues with the game, however, you now must find the passwords to the X Store. You must find 6 passwords, and the only way to find them is for 6 people to die. And this time you only have 90 minutes, not 9 hours. So no pressure, of course. I have been a fan of the Resident Evil franchise since Biohazard came out, and I was quick to join for the love of Lady Domitrescu. She's just so tall. When Resident Evil Village was announced, again you'll play as Ethan Winters as you search for your missing baby Rosemary Winters. In typical Resi fashion, you'll take time gunning down enemies and solving the occasional puzzle in the snowy remote village. I may have only played the demo, but it was scary enough for me to want more, only if my PC could handle it. In this first-person horror, you'll be solving puzzles in your grandmother's attic where you found some old VHS tapes. Amanda the Adventurer is an old-school style learn-along cartoon hosted by Amanda and her friend Willie. All you have to do is everything she says. While it may not be the highest show in production, it's so charming until something begins to feel a little unsettling. The more you watch, the more it seems that Amanda may be communicating with you through the different episodes, and she needs something. Bramble the Mountain King is based on dark Nordic fables and delivers a beautiful but grim and dark world. You will take on the heavy journey of rescuing your sister after waking from a nightmare. You will play as Ollie and Jenny for a beautiful yet dark world where you will have to survive. You will encounter the deadly creatures that lurk within. Call upon the spark of courage that will help light the way as you defeat these scary creatures. However, it is important to remember that courage without kindness will only lead you down a darker path than the ones you were once set upon. Do not give in to the darkness. If you loved Until Dawn in the past, then the Quarry should be right up your alley. It's the last night of summer camp and you are stuck there with 8 other camp counselors throwing a party to celebrate. You have to make wise choices if you want to survive these woods. You're not the only ones in them. Locals covered in blood and creatures who are hunting each other will be your company. You'll play as each of the 9 camp counselors, making decisions that can keep them alive or kill them. As you go through this cinematic story where every decision can change the course of the night, for better or worse. No matter how big or small you think a decision will be, it will all matter the same when the sun comes up and you are left to see who you helped survive. There is a lot more to those woods than just some fluffy forest animals. That is all the games that I wanted to share with you all. For a quick recap, here are all the games I think you may be interested on screen now. I'll be posting another video in a few days talking about all the games I bought during the sale and when we may be streaming them in the future. Thank you so much for watching this video. It means a lot if you would consider liking, subscribing, or leaving a comment down below letting me know which games you will be getting from the Steam Autumn sale. I hope your wallet survives better than mine does. Bye bye!